everybody, welcome to the adventures of the Oklahoma Gruntman. Hanging out here with Tristan today. I didn't have a very good night last night. I didn't sleep very well, so we're going to go up and grab something for lunch and maybe grab a soda and get some caffeine. It's really hot out already. What do you think, Tristan?
I think it's hot.
It's supposed to be 105 today.
We have an AC in my car, so
yeah,
we decided to take my car. I mean, his truck has AC, but you guys know the window, and yeah, it's...
I got a guy coming this evening that's going to give me a quote on getting old blue fixed. And
Keith has been through it. I'm just sitting here thinking, man, he's just had some horrible luck.
Yeah.
It's just how life is.
I'm in that mode right now where it's Murphy's Law. If anything can go wrong, it does go wrong. So, but we're just going to go try out the taco factory here, I guess. We've never ate there before.
I've eaten here, but
yeah,
we haven't eaten here together.
I've never been in the place.
It's always busy.
And it's not that I'm really that hungry, but I could definitely use some caffeine.
When am I not hungry? I get roasted for it.
Yeah, Tristan's always hungry. But anyway, just wanted to get my video started. Don't know what we'll get today. I started a video yesterday, but I didn't get anything accomplished. So that's why there was no video yesterday.
You're just gonna put it in today's vlog?
Yeah, I don't know yet. We'll see what happens, but
tired of people driving today, man. They just can't make up their mind. This is miserable. Just come on, man. Have some common sense. Jeez, people. But it's all good. Hope they have a good day, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll drive the best I can. Just pray for them.
Alrighty, we'll talk to you later. God bless. Hey everybody, today we're going to pick back up with Saving Dr. Frankenstein. We're going to get a couple more chapters done today, so I hope you enjoy this. Like I said in the other videos, you can go back and watch all the chapters that I've read so far in the book. I got videos in the playlist, and yeah, you can go back and catch up on all of them, and you'll get the whole story. But like I said in the other videos, this book was sent to me by the author Terry Green, otherwise known as Reese Rue's Adventures, or Teresa Green. She has them for sale on Amazon, so you can go check it out if you'd like to and support her. But yeah, I'm just going to read this book today again. Too hot outside to do anything. It's 105 degrees today, so we're just going to stay indoors and read from the book. And I hope you guys like this. Hopefully my voice will hold up. It's been a little scratchy, but we're going to do our best to read Saving Dr. Frankenstein. So here we go. Chapter 9, The Castle. Wow, look at this place, Ernie says as they walk through the dungeon of the large castle. Everyone is looking around and walking very slowly. They walk into the lab itself. Ernie examines everything in the room. Even though most of the things are broken or damaged, he sees it as a valuable lab equipment. He wants to take everything back with them. Warren continues to walk through and sees the circular staircase, but he walks past it. He jumps on his broomstick and flies to the opening at the end of the room. And then he flies up to the next floor where he can see the room has collapsed. He flies into the foyer and through into the dining room and then back again. He flies around just outside of the castle and looks over the grounds a bit. Finally, Warren flies back down into the dungeon to where his friends are. There doesn't seem to be anyone around, so I think it's safe to explore the castle, Warren says. If the castle's safe, though, it looks like part of the building has fallen down, Tilly says, pointing to the caved-in room. That's the only part that's fallen, Warren says. It still doesn't look safe, Tilly says. You can always go back into the cave alone, Warren says. Tilly looks around the large room they are standing in before she says, "All right, I'll go with you. But if this thing falls in on us, I'll never speak to you again." Carrie jumps up on Warren's broomstick with him, while Junior, Tilly, and Ernie get on the magic carpet. They fly through the opening at the end of the dungeon, then fly around up to the large foyer where they land by the stairs, being careful to avoid the large hole in the floor. "I thought you said the castle is safe. Look at that big hole over there," Tilly says. "Just stay away from it," Warren says. Ernie has found the long hallway and tells everyone to follow him. He lights the torch he finds on the wall and carries it with him. They open the doors into the two small rooms under the stairs. Then they open the kitchen door and peek in. "Let's wait and go in there later. After all, it looks like it's just a kitchen," Warren says. They continue down the hall and find the big doors that lead into the library. Warren and Carrie both pushed on the doors to open them. They walk in and are amazed at the large room. There is an old desk sitting upright on one side of the room with 3 chairs sitting around it. Look, it looks like someone had a fire in the fireplace," Carrie says as he walks over to the large fireplace and puts his hand over the coals. "It's still warm. Someone has recently had a fire here." "Do you think somebody is living in this castle?" Junior asked. "I don't know. Maybe someone was just passing through and just needed to spend a night. Hopefully they are long gone," or it says, excuse me. "Look," Ernie says excitedly, pointing up at the wall behind them. "I can't believe it's still there." Everyone turns around and quickly and stands and stares at the large portrait hanging in the wall behind them. "Wow," they all said it at the same time. "This could be our project for the Founders Day Festival," Ernie says. "Yeah, you're right. Your great-grandfather said he wished he could have taken the portrait to Creatureville to display it for everyone to see," Warren says. "I don't remember that in the journal," Tilly says. Ernie gets out the journal and flips through the pages until he finds the entry, then reads it to Tilly. "Oh, sorry, you didn't allow me to read the entire journal," Tilly says. "Warren and I are the only ones who have read it. We prefer to keep it that way," Ernie says. Tilly just shoots Ernie a look while Warren is over to the side giggling to himself. "We can't carry that big thing with us, so how are we going to get it back to Creatureville?" Tilly asks. Ernie jumps up on his carpet and asks Warren for his pocket knife. He flies up to the painting and runs the knife around the frame. When he finishes cutting the painting out of the frame, Ernie rolls up the painting and carefully places it in his backpack. Ernie flies back down to everyone else is standing. He leads the way out of the library and walks into the kitchen. Everybody follows Ernie into the kitchen and looks around. "You know, it's too clean in here. There isn't any dust anywhere. You would think that stuff would be lying on the floor. Didn't the villagers from the house destroy everything?" Warren says. Yeah, you're right. It looks like someone is living here. You know, the library was pretty clean too, now that you mention it, Ernie says. Let's be careful. We need to make sure that no one sees us. Humans may hurt us if they know we are here, Carrie says. They walk quietly into the large dining room. The large dining room table has been repaired with boards nailed on it. A couple of the chairs have had tree limbs nailed on to replace the legs that are missing. The young monsters walk closer as they get their way back to the large foyer. Should we try to go upstairs? Junior asks. Yeah, let's go, Warren says as he starts up the stairs. Wait, what if there are humans up there? They could hurt us, Tilly says. We need to find out. They may help us fix the water problem. Maybe they know what's wrong, Warren says. Oh, okay, Tilly replied timidly. Warren continues up the marble staircase with everyone following him. As they reach the top of the stairs, they see a long hall with all the closed doors on either side. The young monsters walk up to the door first. They stand there a moment, each signaling for the next one to open the door. Finally, Warren carefully reaches out his hand and slowly turns the knob on the door. There is a click when the latch releases and the door squeaks as Warren slowly pushes it open. Warren and Ernie lean into the room and look around before they enter it. Then the rest of the young creatures follow close behind them. Someone has been sleeping here. Most of the furniture is damaged, but it has been repaired like all of the furniture downstairs, Ernie says. From the looks of things, I think they have been living here for a while, Warren replies. The room is clean and the bed is even made up, Tilly says. Let's try the next room, Carrie says as they all turn around and walk into the hall. They go to each room and find the same thing. The rooms are free from dust and dirt, and the furniture is crudely repaired and the beds made. They decide to go back downstairs. They hear a noise from the bottom of the stairs. They quickly hide in one of the rooms and peek through a crack. Warren peeks through the keyhole to try to get a better view. They can see someone walking around the hall and going into one of the other rooms. Warren sees a beautiful girl about his older brother Roland's age. Soon she comes back out of the room and down the stairs. The young monsters all look at each other and put their fingers up to their mouths, telling each other to be quiet. Warren signals for them to go on the broomstick and flying carpet. After they climb on, they slowly open up the door, peek out of the room. Satisfied that no one is in the hall, they slowly fly out of the room. They carefully fly to the top of the stairs, keeping close to the walls. They peek down the staircase to see if anyone is on them. They start to descend down the stairs. Father, Father, come quickly, a child can be heard yelling. The monsters quickly fly back up to the top of the stairs and duck around the corner. They slowly peek at the top of the stairs. They can hear running and a lot of noises below them. They are muffled sounds of people talking. The young creatures are too scared to move. What will they do? That's the end of chapter 9, and we're going to go into chapter 10 right away. Father, look, the painting is gone, cries the young boy. Someone has been in the castle while we were gone. They may still be here, says the young boy's father. And a teenage girl, the twin of the boy, and their mother ran into the room. Who could they be? Asked the mother with a worried look on her face as she stares up at the empty picture frame. I don't know, but everyone please stay here While I look around, answers the father. Could it be the villagers? They ran us out of town so fast they could have come to harm us, asked the small girl. No, I think they would have done more damage, or they would have come looking for us. Remember, they stopped at the edge of town when we headed this way, like we were afraid of the old castle. I don't think they would be brave enough to come up here, or they would have been here sooner. This has to be someone else, replies the father. Mother and the 3 children cling to each other as father picks up a piece of wood and walks down the long hall. He opens the door to the kitchen slowly and peeks around the door frame before stepping into the room. The man walks through the room to the door on the other side. He stands up against the side of the door, then peeks around into the next room before entering. He repeats this at the next doorway, when all of a sudden he realized that someone is at the top of the stairs. Slowly, on tiptoes, the man quietly walks over to the stairs. He climbs the steps quietly as he can, clinging to the edge of the staircase as close as he can. He is hoping that no one can see him going up the marble staircase. The man hesitates at the top of the stairs before he jumps onto the top of the landing with a piece of wood over his head, yelling, "Gotcha!" The young monster children all scream and jump back. They tumble onto the floor, falling over each other and screaming at the top of their lungs. The rest of the family run upstairs to stand behind their father. Everyone yells again, and they all get a good look at each other. Who are you?" asks father. Warren finally stands on his feet and bends over and helps Tilly onto her feet. She turns, helps carry, while Ernie and Junior hold onto each other as they stand on their feet. "My name is Warren Frankenstein, and these are my friends Tilly, Troll, Ernie, Igor, Junior, and Carrie. We thought that no one lived in the castle. Who might you be?" replies Warren. "We are the Twaddlers. My wife Sarah, my son Sylvan, has twins Sasha, and the oldest daughter Rose. My name is Oliver." "Why are you living in the castle?" Tilly asked. "We were chased here by the villagers. Our children were born with a disorder called hyperterosis. Hair grows all over their body. Just because they are different, people call them werewolves. People are cruel to them no matter where we go. It's amazed how ignorant people can be. They teach their children to hate and be cruel to anyone that is different," answers Oliver. "Why are they so mean?" asks Ernie. "Most people are mean because they don't look like everyone else," replies Sylvan. "Everywhere we go, no matter how big or small the town is, we get made fun of and call us werewolves. Sylvan can be beaten up almost every day in school. We have been trying to protect us," says Sasha. "We heard about this remote village, hoping they would take us part of their community. We heard they welcome visitors with long lost relatives, serving them big banquets and a place to rest. But they treated us worse than anyone else. They chased us out of the town with pitchforks and torches. It was a very stormy night when we arrived, with more lightning and thundering than I've ever seen. It was raining so hard you thought somebody had turned a water faucet on full blast. The rain beat down on us. It started storming just as we reached the little village. As soon as someone saw us, they screamed. Then the entire village came out and saw us. Soon they were chasing us with whatever they could find to arm themselves with brooms, pitchforks, or pieces of wood. When the rain put out their torches, they started swinging them. We ran as fast as we could, of course. It was so dark we couldn't see where we were going. Lightning had struck a tree and caught it on fire up here at the castle. It lit our way here. We were lost and had no idea where we had ended up. But we did notice the villages ran back after we found the road that led us to the old castle. This was almost 4 months ago. We decided to settle in here and make it our home. The only safe place we have ever found, replies Oliver. Where did you come from? Asked Sarah. We came from under the castle. We are here to get Dr. Frankenstein's portrait. It's for our Founders' Day celebration. We consider him to be a great man, answers Warren. You mean you took that painting that was in the library? Why is he such a great man? Asked Sylvan. He was a genius and created living creatures. But the villagers killed him and made the creatures, and Ernie's grandfather escaped with their lives, Warren replies. You don't look like everyone else yourselves. What type of syndrome do you have? Asked Sasha. The creatures all look at each other and laugh. What's so funny? Sasha says angrily. Have you ever heard any stories about monsters and creatures? Asked Warren. You mean like witches and trolls and werewolves? Replies Sylvan. Yeah, I'm a descendant of the creatures that Dr. Frankenstein created, replies Warren. I'm a troll and Carrie's a Bigfoot Junior. Junior is a wild boar. You see, we come from a town called Creatureville, says Tilly. Any monster that you have ever heard about, they are real and all live in a safe haven where humans cannot hurt us, Warren says. You mean no one will care if we are covered in hair? Rose says, making more of a statement. Actually, you will be considered a very good looking. I bet you would be very popular. You are welcome to go back with us. We'll have to travel on foot, so it may take us a while. But first we need to try to find out why the water has stopped flowing into our valley. We found a small stream of water that has dried up. We need to find the original source so we can repair it, Warren says. The Twaddles all looked at each other, then back at the young creatures. We may be the reason the water has stopped, Oliver says. What do you mean? Warren asked. We were planning on living here indefinitely. Well, we blocked a small stream on the mountain to irrigate our garden. It looks like it just went down inside the mountain, replies Oliver. That may be it. We have to try and repair it. Creatures in our valley are dying for lack of water, Carrie says. You must show us how we can fix it right away, Warren says. It's too late today. It'll be dark soon. We have plenty of room and food. Please stay the night and we will go up to the mountain first thing in the morning and try to change it back to the way it was, Oliver says. Okay, but time is very short. Some creatures were near death when we left. That was yesterday. Junior's father is very sick and so is Carrie's mother, Warren says. We can't climb the mountain in the dark. I promise we will go first thing in the morning. Come downstairs so we can talk some more. I would like to hear more about Creatureville. Mother and the girls will prepare us some dinner, says Oliver. That's the end of chapter 10. I'm going to read chapter 11 right away too. Chapter 11, The Mountain. After being fed and a good night's sleep, all of the monster children themselves felt much better. They are all upwardly ready to climb the mountain. As they walk into the kitchen, they find all the Twaddles packing food, water, and all kinds of ropes. getting ready for the climb. Sarah places food on the dining room table for everyone. They sit down and eat while Oliver explains how difficult the climb will be and what to expect. Warren and Ernie look at each other and then at Oliver. You know, we have a way to fly up to the top of the mountain. We don't have to climb, Warren says. I'm not sure if you can fly up there or not. It can be very windy. It was when I climbed up there the last time. The only reason I did was to reroute the stream that I saw. I thought it was the easiest way to water the garden, Oliver says. We won't know until we try, Warren says. After a hearty breakfast, everyone grabs a backpack and follows Oliver out the back of the large castle. Of course, Ernie and Junior jump on Ernie's magic carpet. They walk about a quarter of a mile to the base of the mountain. As they continue to walk, the climb becomes steeper and steeper. After struggling for about 3 hours, the group comes to a large flat area where they can rest. There is a circle of stones for a fire and some logs arranged around it. We have used this area for sort of a base camp here. We can rest before continuing on. If you look up, you can see the stream from here. See how it comes down the side of the mountain? I also had to dig a trench to guide it toward the garden. I built a series of small dams using boards to keep the water flowing into the garden as I needed it, and creating small pond down there at the base of the mountain. Oliver says, "Why don't I try to fly up the mountain?" Warren asked. "Be careful." I was almost blown off the side of the mountain before Oliver warns. Warren jumps on his broomstick and attempts to fly up the steep side of the mountain. As he flies up, he starts to going in circles, and the group below him watches in horror, afraid of his life. Soon Warren loses altitude and falls down, heading for the ground below. Ernie jumps on his carpet and swoops down and catches him on his broom. Ernie flies back to the base camp. Sarah does the typical mom thing and runs over to them as soon as they land to make sure that both young monsters are okay. "Okay, I see what you mean. I guess we'll need to put gear on and climb up," Warren says as he sits down to catch his breath. Oliver shows Warren and Carrie how to tie the ropes onto themselves and explains how will all three be connected together. When they are equipped and ready to go, Oliver leads the way up to the side of the mountain and tells Warren and Carrie to place their feet in the same place he does. The rest of the group stays below as backup or to rescue them if needed. The climb is slow and tedious. Carrie's and Warren's hands begin to hurt, and they get scratched up as they climb. Higher and higher they go, but it's inch by inch. Finally reaching a rock ledge they all just fit on so they can rest. The winds are very strong. They feel as if it's trying to push them off the ledge. Oliver explains to the boys that they can only sit for a short time before they need to move on. Luckily, they are almost to the top of the rest of the climb, and the rest of the climb got a lot easier. Warren and Carrie just nod their heads in understanding as they try to catch their breath. Oliver signals for them to move, and in unison, they all move together to continue the climb. This part of the climb does seem to be easier. It's almost like there are steps and regular handholds. The rock does not seem to be as rough as it was in the lower side of the mountain. They make make much better time as they climb up to the stream. When they finally reach the stream, Warren can see where water trickles down from the top of the mountain. He can also see where Oliver's blocked one of the areas with stones and chiseled out a spout for it to go over to another area of the mountain, down the side into a small pool below. Warren and Carrie get busy by moving rocks away from the one area over to block the new area where Oliver created. Stop, I can't let you continue. What are we going to do now? We have no way to water our garden if you take this away from us. We can't grow our food, Oliver says. Sorry, we don't mean to cause you harm, but you have caused us a lot of harm. So why don't you go back to Creatureville with us? You can have your friends and your children can go to school. You won't have to live alone anymore. You would be better living here. Wouldn't that be better than living here alone? Warren replies as he continues to work. Carrie says, I may know a way that we can irrigate your garden and still keep our stream going if you choose to stay here. Oliver looks at the two boys for a moment, then he nods his head and finally starts to help the boys. I have to talk to my family, then we can get back down the mountain. It doesn't take long for the stream to be rerouted after they work together to move all of the rocks. Even though the wind kept blowing as strong as they did on the side of the mountain. When they finished, they decided to wait and make sure the water keeps flowing inside of the large mountain. They sit and talk and eat some sandwiches and drink some water. Carrie explains that his idea of getting them water to the garden. Oliver nods his head and feels better that they have options to choose. Carrie and Warren tell them about how dangerous the cave and the swamp are and that it will take several days of walking to get them all to Creatureville. They don't have enough broomsticks and magic carpets, but they can all take turns, so hopefully it will make the trip easier. Finally satisfied that the stream is flowing where it needs to, they decide to descend back down. They do not want to make this climb again if they can help it. Oliver explains to the two young creatures how to go back down. It's so much faster to descend. They all stand on the edge of the ledge that the stream used to run across, and the count to 3. Down they drop, swinging out, and then only to just touch the side of the mountain before they swing out to drop a few feet more. When they reach the rest of the group, everyone sighs with relief. Junior jumps up and down, and as they explain, well, the stream returned to its original course. Carrie finally looks a lot better too. Both young creatures finally seem to be relaxing. We need to see if it's flowing in the cave, Tilly says. Yeah, you're right. We should double check it to make sure it is, because I don't want to have to make that climb again, Warren says. What's this? You are agreeing with me? This is absolutely a first. I must write this down in my calendar, Tilly says, laughing. Everyone laughs at Tilly's joke, and they break camp and head back down the mountain. Oliver explains to his family their choices that have been given. They all listen intensely. When the group arrives back to the castle, the Twaddles family excuse themselves so they can go into the library in private and discuss what they want to do. Carrie and Warren go down into the dungeon on Warren's broom to check the stream to make sure it is flowing into the cave. The rest of the group starts to put some things together for dinner. By the time Warren and Carrie get back, the Twaddle family have come out of the library and announces that they would like to go to Creatureville with them. The family starts to pack up the things that they want to take. Sarah and Rose go out to the garden to harvest what they can. They gather up anything that will help them. They all get a good night's sleep. When everyone gets up in the morning, there is a huge pile of the things the family want to take with them. Warren just about falls over when he sees the pile the family has gathered. How do you expect to carry all of that stuff? Warren asks. Don't worry, we have 2 mules and a cart. We have done this a lot, remember, Oliver? But we are going through a cave. I'm not sure a cart will go through there. We have only used backpacks and what we can carry, Warren says. But we need all of these things, Sarah says. Okay, we'll see how far we can go and make a decision then. That's the end of chapter 11. So, yeah, they're going to be heading back home. So, I just love this book. There's only about 3 chapters left, 2 or 3, 12. Looks like maybe only 1 chapter, but it's a big one. Yeah, there's 1 chapter left, so the next time I'll finish the book up. But hope you guys like this book. I really do. And again, this is actually series number 2, or the book number 2 of the series. There's a part 1 and a part 2, and I picked part 2 first to start reading. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you later. Hey everybody, hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Monday. It was, well, it still is. It's still 105 degrees outside. Very, very hot. That's why I didn't do anything outside today. At 6:30, I got a gentleman coming over to look at Old Blue, and he's going to give me a quote on fixing the driver's window, so I can get that up and running again and working. And then, yeah, hopefully he'll give me a good quote on that. I got to get it fixed. I can still drive it the way it is, but of course I want the window to be able to roll up and down. And I just got a tarp covering the window now to keep the weather out of it. But if it rains, I want my window to be up. So, yeah, hopefully that'll work out all right. Got to get my video uploaded here early because he's supposed to be here early this evening to look at it. But maybe I'll wait. I'm not sure yet. I might just wait till after he gets here. That way I can record that and show you guys that too. So, we'll talk to you later. God bless. Hey everybody, hope you had a wonderful Friday. It's still very, very hot. It's getting close to 7 o'clock here in Oklahoma. Still 105 degrees. I'm going to wait until right before dark to go out and water the garden. Because it's just miserably, miserably hot. The young man come to look at my pickup today. He's going to go get some prices for the parts that I need, and he's going to message me back with a quote. Very, very nice young man. He's actually working 4 jobs. I feel kind of sorry for him, but he says, I got to do it just to stay afloat. So yeah, that's just the shape our economy's in. I'm actually just sitting here watching the convention right now. Let me know what you guys think about J.D. Vance. I think it was an excellent pick. I think J.D. Vance is a wonderful, wonderful representative for the Republican Party. He's definitely America first. So yeah, leave in the comments what you think of that. Just be respectful. You're all entitled to your opinions. But yeah, just be respectful. If you're not respectful, I'll just delete it and block you from my video. But anyway, yeah, I just need to get my video uploaded here. I definitely appreciate all you guys. Sorry there isn't a whole lot today, but I actually love reading out of that book. I'm just about done with it. I only got one chapter to go, and then that book will be finished. So, but anyway, like I always say, treat everybody the way you want to be treated and make this world a better place. Keep moving towards your goals one step at a time. Be nice, be kind. God bless each and every one of you. God bless America. Put the Lord in your heart, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.